bad move.
Now, we saw that earlier on, and it was a situation you were wondering who was going to be tempted for the Osotogari. They were both extreme, but that leg was shown all the time, and she obviously felt that that was the perfect timing for her when the change of grip. She hit her just perfectly.
There's a moment when Gaglioni takes the grip. Stevenson changes position, and that's when she gets flat. It's the wrong position to move into. You see it in the replay. As soon as she got there, it was a bad move. Left herself open.
Stevenson was under a lot of pressure, right? That sort of physical maturity in her judo and experienced was just the edge that she needed to win this bronze medal.
Yeah, she goes behind her. So her body is she just presents herself.
I think what happened is Stevenson tried to counter, but she just accelerated the throw.
There, she just moves to her left, and that gives Gaglioni the space. She actually gives her the space to come into. Normally, you have to pull your opponent over there. She steps in there.
She was so tied up. There wasn't any other way she could get out of
The next bronze medal contest for women under 78 kilo is the last championship.
Well, we come to the second of the bronze medal matches now. It's another chance for the Netherlands to take a medal. They've just missed out with Karen Stevenson, but Larissa Grunwald of the Netherlands faces Madeleine Malonga of France. It's Grunwald in the white judogi, Malonga in blue, and the referee in the middle is Tumak Mongolia.
Outstanding performance then, and wonder if she can repeat that here today, but she's up against a very tough opponent, the number 1 seed, Malonga. Now Malonga at the first match, she picked up an injury, but no Chigari straight in there. Her favourite technique, one that she's been using throughout the day, and now straight into the shimiwaza and finishes her off. So sadly for the Netherlands, it's 2 fifth places.
Yeah, two for two they are. They're roughed up by the French fighter there a little bit, Larissa Grunwald. How old is she? Did you have her age there, Larissa Grunwald? I still think she's a junior.
23 years of age.
Oh no.
23.
Okay, old enough to take the beating. Sorry to say.
Yeah. Highlights there, look like shimiwaza. Well, there's no rescue in that one.
Well, the other thing is that, as Loretta was just saying, we know that Malonga is carrying an injury. She's actually limping out of the arena now. She's the last, and there's no coach there, there's no opponent. She's limping out the arena now. So she wanted that over and done with as quickly as possible. Whoop. That was on pretty sharp. See, the heavyweights can take a little bit of a hint from the kind of determination that Malonga showed there, onto a very, very quick. That was in slow motion. Initially, that was in slow motion. Look at the tap there, was furious.
Well, she seems very happy there.
I can't believe I just did that, she said.
I'm just glad it was over and done with as quickly as possible.
We come now to the final of the under 78 kilo category. Anastasia Turchin of Ukraine faces Samahawa Kamara of France. It's Turchin in the white judogi, Kamara in blue.
Well, they've had a head-to-head here. Turchin, world rank 31, Kamara 18. And this is going to be a very tough match. Turchin, Düsseldorf took a 7th place, under 23 European Championships last year, gold medal. And Kamara in Paris, a bronze medal, and in the African Open in Tunis was the gold medalist last year. Kamara was the #1 seed in this competition. And just watching the successes of Malonga, I'm quite sure she'll be wanting to take the gold medal just to be that little bit further away from the #1 seed.
I wasn't as impressed today with Kamara as I have been in the past. Not sure if the kind of opponents that she was up against today had something to do with it. Gonna have a quick look and see who she faced. Ramirez, you're never going to know.
No, that's always going to be
You know,
a fight to
yeah,
the fight
a
to
fight
the
to the
end,
penalties,
isn't it?
yeah. And then Stevenson says he hasn't,
She's not really been challenged that much, has she?
This should be it then.
So when you actually look at the top half, where Turchin's come from, Malonga, and there's been some matches there, isn't there?
Yeah.
So she has been tested quite considerably along the way to this final, this final here. And I think this match will actually suit Turchin. She's very, very strong, upright, that really strong posture she has, that arm that flies over the top, and that's the danger. If she gets that arm over the top of the high collar, that's when she comes in with that uchi-uchimata combination, which is very...
Well, it won't be the first time in Kamara's career that she's been roughed up or somebody attempted to rough her up. You're not going to get to where she is.
Daily occurrence,
absolutely,
training,
especially in
France.
France. But it'll be
Ochigari, a lovely attack there.
It'll be something new for her to face this combination, because Turchin is a dangerous little thrower.
Oh yes,
she can throw.
She can throw as long as she gets that grip.
Shota Harbarelli. Sorry.
So she's very dangerous on that high collar grip. You can see there again, left hand in so deep.
Followed up on the
Those
outside.
long legs just get right across. Now, for Kamara, that's where she's got to be very careful. That tactically, I'd be saying keep that sleeve down. Work from the sleeve.
No.
That's a very poor drop there.
There we go again.
Big Harai Makakomi there. Just lost balance and fell forward. Not getting the rotation she needed.
Just like to see Turchin working on the feet a little bit more.
Yes.
Just to keep Kamara away. She's come in for a couple of attacks just recently. I just feel like if she's got some ashiwaza going, slow Kamara down a little.
She's very predictable at this moment. She comes in, she throws the arm over the top, she hooks in with the ochi. It just seems to be a bit of a routine now, and it's very predictable.
Good if she can come up with something to the rear. She hasn't taken her in that direction as yet. There's
off there to
the
the
same
side.
combination that Loretta was just talking about.
She needs something with an element of surprise if she's going to convincingly win this match against Kamara, because she's prepared for these sequences.
Picked up a second penalty though. Just turned off that, I think. 2 penalties picked up by Kamara now.
And still a minute and a half left in this contest.
Just the
Touching.
foot.
Oh, just lost the upper body control. If we had a euro for every time that happened, we'd be very wealthy, wouldn't we?
Even from this tournament. Oh,
big,
nice effort.
That looked like a big harai goshi there. Well, Kamara is starting to come back into this contest. She's not looking as ragged as she was earlier on in the first 2 minutes. Turchin was dominating with the grips, looked the stronger of the two, and I think now there's a reverse roles here. She's got to be careful where Kamara takes that ouchigari, that she doesn't get countered. She looks very vulnerable on the supporting leg. Well, just under a minute left, 51 seconds. Kamara with 2 shidos. There's a possibility of the third one just coming now. Well, no. And I think the crowd
thought it was coming. They'd seen enough, yeah.
yeah.
I fancy giving the Ukraine a win, the Georgians.
They were all clapping, waiting for the decision to be made.
Bent over here. It'll be Turchin who picks up the penalty this time. He actually gets away with it. Whoop.
Emma Uchimata, big harai. Once more now, Turchin takes control of this contest. You could almost write the script with what they're going to do next. The arm gets thrown, that leg comes across. She just clips the ankles, but Kamara really hasn't done anything for a little while now, and I think this could be what it seems like the crowd are all waiting for. And there we go, the third Shido awarded to Kamara. Turchin takes the gold medal and the title Grand Prix champion here in Tbilisi.
Turchin is another fighter who appears to have been around for quite a long time, because we saw her as a 16-year-old the first time. Must be up at 23 now, I suppose.
22.
Oh, 22.
Both of
Told you I felt that she'd been around a long time.
Both these athletes, 22 years of age.
Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 90 kilo category now. And the bronze medals are being presented first to Ushangi Margiani of Georgia, and to Shaksodbek Sabirov of Uzbekistan. Silver medal goes to Mikhail Igonlikov, and the gold medal goes to Stanislav Vitinsky. And they are both, as Loretta said earlier on 196 on the IHF world ranking list. It must be the Igolnikov. I'm not sure how old he is. Could be that he's uppermost in my mind because he's younger than I would have seen him in the juniors. It's the only thing that I can think about. Just seems to have been someone that I thought would have been higher ranked than 196. Yeah, he's only 20. That's right, he's 20 years old. So Igolnikov is someone that I've seen in the juniors, and now the national anthem of Russia. Yeah, 3 years ago I saw Igolnikov when he was second at the Junior World Championship. In my mind as somebody who, you know, is a little bit special. Took a silver at the Junior World Championships back in 2014. Okay, coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo category. Zelim Kotsoyev of Azerbaijan faces Rafael Buzakarini of Brazil. It's Kotsoyev in the white judogi, Buzakarini in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Hyun Suk Hee of the Republic of Korea. Here's Loretta.
As you can see, coming into the arena as he makes that fist, saying, "Here I come, ready to go." Buzakarini, representing Brazil, 28 years of age, ranked 57 on the world ranking. Kosoyev, Azerbaijan, in the white. Straight in with the Uchimata into the Makikomi. Very positive start. Buzakarini there, a bit more aggressive on the grip. Started off a little bit slow, now cross grip as you see. Flurry of attacks there, using the arms to break down his opponent's balance. Just taking that sleeve grip and working off the sleeve just to control Kotsoyev. A slow start for both these athletes. Neither one of them really making too much of an impression here in this bronze medal final.
Zeri's picked up the single Shido. Buzakarini just loses contact with the hands and we collect another euro. Millionaires by the time we leave here, Loretta, I'll tell you.
Better than the lottery, isn't it?
Yeah, we're guaranteed of money here.
Money.
Well, it happens, doesn't it? You know, you're so excited and you're anxious and you want to get in there and it's just that little bit too rushed. You haven't really settled yourself and all of a sudden you find yourself turning and throwing air.
Kotsoyev is, as soon as he gets his grip, then the Brazilian just drops to his knees. So it's a little bit negative here for the Brazilian at this moment. He's got to be careful on those drops.
Oh, tried the Maki Komi. Didn't have the hand though.
There was a massive big message saying, "Here I come" with that one.
I don't know where that was going.
A real battle of grits. And the Oso to Or, that's the strongest attack there we've seen from Buzkarini.
And now Kotsoyev comes back with a strong effort.
It's just 1 for 1 at the moment with 1 minute and 17 seconds left in this contest. It's been a real battle between both these athletes.
One way then the other.
Buzkarini there. Will go, starts back again. Just seems to be making a lot of hard work for himself. There's a drop C in Aggie.
And he does come up on the side, yeah.
He broke his balance, but then he was able to rescue it halfway through that throw. Very well done.
Perfect time, last 40 seconds we say, sorry.
Definitely, and picked up a Wazari.
Get them in the last 40 seconds, really demoralising.
Well, what it does, it opens it up a little bit more to make it more exciting. Now, there was the head as well, so I wonder...
Oh, and another big attack from Buzkarini. And another one. What a boy. That's the way to do it.
Well,
you know, you whacking 2 big attacks after you've scored, because Kotsoyev is expecting to go on the attack. Rather than that, he's on the defensive.
Yes.
Bang, bang, 2 attacks. He don't know what's hit him. It was 30 seconds. He scored in the last 40 seconds. There's only 11 seconds left.
That's right.
He's really used up that time well.
I'm always a great believer. If you're attacking, they're
having to, yeah.
They're having to defend. So the more you put in, as long as they're strong and the much more precise, and you've got the grip, then you're in a positive situation. But something like that, he's put in that drop again. He could have been taken back quite easy.
Yeah, that was tricky.
That was he didn't need to do that. And
he goes
he
again.
Didn't need to do that either.
It's all over him.
I don't know what happened to him. He obviously got an injection of energy in that last minute. But he was up a Wazari. Did he know that he was up a Wazari? That was what I was thinking about.
Incredible. He must have had 5 really good attacks. And look at the one who's slow to get up. Scored and then came up with five attacks, all in that last 40 seconds. Kotsoyev didn't know what hit him in that last 40 seconds. Gave up the score.
He was up a Wazari.
Yeah, and he was
the other guy
still going great guns.
2 Shidos as well. And he kept fighting as if he was down. Just couldn't work that one out.
What an effort that was from Rafael Buzkarini.
Well, it made it very exciting.
Yeah,
What was very slow at the beginning of that contest, it made it very exciting at the end. So, and at the end of the day, that's the little bit that you remember, isn't it?
Yeah, Buzakarini is definitely not one of the fighters to get a lead and then just sit on it.
No, definitely not.
He gets a lead
Unless
and
he
that puts him in the next gear.
Unless he misread the scoreboard. I don't know. It's just, I'm sure that's happened before, that they forgot what colour belt, what colour kit they're wearing. It'd be quite interesting
to ask him
his thoughts behind
yeah,
that.
what were you thinking?
What was you thinking? You're still attacking with 2 seconds to go, and you're a Wazari up and 2 Shidos against your opponent, and you're still firing in Cianagis where you could have got countered. Bizarre.
Brazil rings out in the venue. We've got a snazzy DJ, eh? Right, we come now to the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 100 kilo categories. Soyeb Kurbonov of Uzbekistan faces Yevgenis Borodavko of Latvia. It's Kurbonov in the white judogi, Borodavko in blue. Goshny Balash of Hungary is the referee in the middle for this one.
Kurbonov there, as you just see, entering the arena. Borodavko, very serious man. Huge. Someone that I thought was plus 100s at the beginning of the day in his first match.
Yeah, he's a
Turns out he's not
tall
that
fella.
big after all.
Well, I don't know. You stand next to him, like you say.
I was in the elevator, it was terrifying.
Yeah,
Creaking
some,
my neck.
Tall fellas. I just get the feeling that they're waiting, the crowd that is, for Okrashvili.
Yes, definitely. Well, it's the icing on the cake, the final match of the day. It would be a nice finish for the Georgians.
There are a few countries that can finish with a super heavyweight win on the final day of competition. There are a few that can do that. The Japanese have done it on a regular basis at the Tokyo Grand Slam. Poor Teddy hasn't been at the Grand Slam in Paris for a couple of years now, which is a disappointment not only for us but the home fans as well. More importantly, it's a disappointment for the home fans and those viewers at home that want to see Teddy Riner when he's in Paris. The Georgians, I think they've regularly had people in the final, either Okrashvili.
But there was one that I was quite disappointed not to see, and I was very excited when I saw him on the first list participating in today, but they've not got the number ones in, and that was
Guram Tushishvili.
Tushishvili.
Yeah, he's the boy. You're absolutely right.
Fantastic in Baku.
We would have liked to have seen him.
Performance and a youngster coming through. So I was really looking forward to seeing how he was going to perform here, but sadly he's not participating.
Well, we may see him at the European Championships in Warsaw later in the month. I'm not sure if he's inscribed for Antalya. That's next weekend. We look forward to your company then.
It would be very close.
Yeah, a little bit too close for a run out before the Europeans. If you've decided to send him to the Europeans, leave him until that. Borodavko and Kurbonov both pick up penalties. It's the second penalty picked up by the Latvian, and there's still 2 minutes to go, so things not looking that well.
Nice Tayatoshi there, steps across.
Things not looking that well for Borodavko, despite the fact that he just threw that nice low right-sided Tayatoshi, and he just whipped him across that outstretched leg, didn't he?
Well, 1 minute and 45 seconds left. Borodavko really needs to do something special here. He's under a lot of pressure. 2 Shidos, as you can see on the board. Uchimata attempts, nice attack.
It's getting busy now.
Kurbonov now starting to be under pressure. Could be looking at a Shido for him.
Yeah, he just got it. Just as the
just
as the camera was away from that shot. And here comes
Lovely drops in ankle there.
Borodavko. Yeah. Just couldn't pull the arm through enough to finish that off.
Drops in. Yeah, just lost the rotation. Couldn't drive off those the back feet at the end.
Little over a minute left to go then. Who's going to score first?
Lovely attack there, Borodavko with the Ouchigari. He's looking very strong right now. And the more he attacks that deep and gets first each time. Kurbanov has got to be careful he doesn't pick up that third Shido.
Good point. Yes, that was running through my mind as well. And he's ducked underneath there. He's got to attack right away. He got away with that.
Borodavko, as you can see, throws that right arm over the shoulder, then comes round the back to bring his hip, very unorthodox grip. Looked a bit too close and impersonal that he can't really manoeuvre in deep enough. Wrapped himself up there. Osotagari off to oh, that was so close. Kurbanov with the last seconds could have just stole that match. Now into golden score.
Just seems to be gathering himself now, Borodavko.
Yes, it's something like it's building up. You can just feel the tension a little bit here now. Just think something's going to happen. Borodavko, to see really deep in thought, but Kurbanov just coming under him, just doing a little bit more. In a way, looking for that final Shido to be pushed over to the side.
Whoa!
Ouchigari, well, it's nicer to see it that way, with a score rather than a Shido being awarded.
He threatened with that on a couple of occasions,
yes,
didn't
we
he?
saw that, and Borodavko, he was just, you could feel that he was building up for something, and just waiting for the right moment.
So Yevgenis Borodavko takes the second of the bronze medals in the under 100 kilo category. Rafael Buzacarini of Brazil took the first. Borodavko is going to join him on the medal podium. That will come up after these highlights and after the final. And the final features Martin Pacek of Sweden. He'll be up against Kazbek Zankishiev of Russia. It'll be Pacek in the white judogi, Zankishiev in blue. That's the final of the under 100 kilo category. There's a look at the two fighters, Patrick on the left and Zankishiev on the right.
Well, there's no head-to-head swear, but there is quite a difference for wins by a pawn. Check there with 57 wins under his belt. And there you can see the road to the final.
Luc Briand of Canada is the referee in the middle for this one. This is his first IGF Grand Prix, Mr. Briand, and he gets a final. Resplendent in his national blazer there, the Russian coach. Come dressed for the occasion. He obviously knew one of his fighters was going to make the final.
That's been
or at least the final block.
That's been positive for you.
Right, let's see how Zankishiev copes
With Pacek.
He
was the number 1 seed in this tournament. Gold medal in Tbilisi last year. So he'll be wanting to repeat that and taking his second gold medal here today.
He starts off just as he finished in the last contest with that attempted two-footed tomoe-nage. He's keen on trying to bring that off, and if it fails, then he can engage in his favourite newaza.
Uchimata there, as you can see. Zankishiev there, looking for the Sangaku, trying to get those legs
He's not going to catch
crossed.
Pacek with that. Sorry.
Definitely, it looked like he could see.
Diana Gigaros is in the middle of those three, and then on her left is Golomidova. Golomidova medalled on the opening day. Gigaros wasn't quite as lucky. She finished in 7th place. He's go with the
Zankishiev there throws that right arm over high on the collar. There's a little bit of pressure on Pacek. He picks up first Judo.
What do you think that was for? I didn't see the signal.
I'm not quite sure. I think that he actually tried to throw his opponent in Sutemi Waza and went out the mat. So I think that's what maybe that was for.
Okay, a bit loose with the area then was Mr. Pacek.
I think it was really an attack just to get away from that right hand arm that was thrown by the Russian. Put him under a little bit of pressure and more of an avoidance rather than attempting a Sutemi Waza.
Well, this time round it was Zankishiev who got penalised for the avoidance. Managed to catch that particular one. As Briand, the referee, said, I think you're just avoiding to take a grip here.
Zankishiev there did have that left hand on the lapels, broken off there by Pacek. Once again, he's trying the turnover, but like you say, he's got no chance.
Yeah, he's too clever down there, isn't he? I can't remember seeing. I have seen Pacek caught in Nemas. In fact, the reason that I'm reminded of it, it was such a surprise to see him caught on the ground.
Well, as the number 1 seed, like he has been through a run up to this final, he's struggled all the way. He hasn't looked that exciting throughout, has he? He's had some really tough matches. through and is again in this final, making real hard work of number 54 seed.
Yes, it hasn't been the most attractive of performances from Pacek. He squeezed past Holtiboyev of Uzbekistan in the first round. It was the same with Kotsoyev of Azerbaijan. He then had a win by Ippon over Borodavko.
I've written down in my notes that Pachev is about 22 years of age. He looks a lot older than that.
I won't tell him you said that.
There was a wee close-up looking at him, and I just thought, still eligible for the under-23 Europeans.
Oh,
I was wrong.
Mr. Pacek,
29 years of age. No wonder he looked
Getting
a
up
little
there.
bit older. So we're into golden score now. Pacek with 2 Shidos. Zankisiev with 1 Shido. In a better position going into this golden score. Temiwaza.
He's got a brother Robin, who's younger. He's 26, but
Don't know where I got that from.
he always looks as though he's out on his feet.
And it's not really a good signal to be given to the referee.
Well, that's the style of some fighters. It's too late to change now. At 29, that's what you see is what you get. He's picked up the penalty for false attack there,
False attack
and that one is a bit of a dead squib, isn't it? Unfortunately, the referee asks for the 2 fighters to bow. Are you going to bow or not? I don't. I agree with Brion. That's not enough.
No.
It's not a nod. It's not a nod of the head. And that isn't either.
It's a sign of respect, and all it was a nod. It was pretty disrespectful.
Yeah. You know, it's a bow from the waist, not a nod of the head. What's gotten into him anyway?
Well, when you put yourself with 2 Shidos down going into golden score, to be honest, the way he's been competing all day, he was quite lucky to get into that final. He was quite flat all day. There was nothing really exciting. And to come into a final and then go to golden score knowing you're 2 Shidos down and then pick up your 3rd one, well, it just seems to be a run of a pattern, doesn't it?
He didn't really trouble Zankishiev, to be honest. Right, the under 78 kilo category medals are being presented by Florian Daniel Lascaux. The first bronze medal goes to Madeleine Malonga of France, and then the second to Assunta Gaglioni of Italy. Silver medal goes to Samahawa Kamara, who still manages a smile, from France. And the gold medal goes to Anastasia Turchin of Ukraine, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is her first IJF gold medal. I think that is the case. "22-year-old Anastasia Turchin, her first IJF gold medal." And now the national anthem of Ukraine. Well, perhaps it's fitting that Anastasia Turchin should have won her first IJF gold medal here in Tbilisi, because her first IJF event, was here back in 2014 when she picked up a 7th place. Taken a few years to
nice.
get up there,
Yeah.
but I've made it.
She's got there. She'll be pleased with that.
She's had a few in between. She was 7th in Tbilisi in 2015 as well, and then she didn't place at all last year. She's made up for that by taking gold in 2017. We come now to the first of the bronze medal contests in the plus 78 kilo category. Svetlana Yeromka of Ukraine faces Santa Pakanita of Lithuania. It's Yeromka in the white judogi, Pakanita in blue.
Well, again, there's not much between these two ladies, and the result was probably in a very close match. But they've had a good, both of them have fought extremely well to this final. Yeromka, for me, is the stronger of the two, number 1 seed. 5 Grand Prix medals and 3 Grand Slam medals under her belt. And Pakanita, 7 Grand Prix medals and 2 Grand Slam, but 8 Continental Cup Opens.
Was it Pakanita that got thrown for Ippon by Maria Sue-Ellen Alferman earlier on?
Yes.
Did we see her flying through the air?
Yeah, superb. That was to get
Yeah.
into the final.
Yeah.
Well, there's obviously a massive difference in size here.
Makikomi effort from Yeromka. Not sure how much difference there is in weight, but definitely in height. What are we talking about here? Yeromka 130 and
Not much in weight at
yeah,
all.
131. There's a kilo in it, but
Yes.
it's the height, isn't it?
2 kilos.
Beg your pardon. Yeah, 132.
Kilos, yeah. A massive difference in height.
Makikomi effort from Pakanita. Yeromka having failed with hers. Pakanita's really doesn't materialise. She turned in, but there really wasn't anything there. She almost got countered. I wonder what they make of it, the little fellas.
I know. Well, youngsters tend to be mesmerised by the big heavyweights, don't they? Just the sheer size of them as well.
Well, it's a contact lens that's come out. She's managed to find that and sort herself out. So we're back underway with 2:40 odd left to go. No score yet. Yeromka in the white judogi, Pakanita in blue.
Yeromka obviously will have the advantage of being slightly taller, and I say slightly, but doesn't seem to be using that to a benefit. Opts for that lapel grip where you would think, oh, then Oso to Gary. Oh, and she goes over like there was no resistance there at all.
Crowd love it, don't they?
Oh, that was a big throw. Pakanita, they're just an ease. The power that she generated through there.
It hasn't been Pakanita's day, has it? We've seen her dumped twice, quite heavily.
Yes,
Once
definitely.
by Maria Sue-Ellen Alferman and now by Svetlana Yeromka, who's delighted with that.
Yeromka just, well, she just stopped and just the wrong reaction there.
Yeah, you don't want to try and go against that.
No, there was so much power. that was generated through there. Oso Tagari, there was no way that Pakanika could get out of that, and she even does a ukemi. Ooh.
Ouch. That was a bit of a landing, wasn't
Exactly,
it?
that's an ouch.
Yo.
Oh,
We've got...
excellent throw there.
It was good. Got herself into a good position, good finish. We've got the second of the bronze medal contests coming up now. Sigit Varimeshedes of Hungary faces Elena Kibadze of Georgia. And I'll tell you what, the Georgians are going to be looking for the same from Kibadze as they've just seen from Yaromka, because
Definitely.
they're fairly similar builds. I don't know what Kibadze weighs in at, not quite as much as Yaromka, I wouldn't say, but they're fairly similar builds. $123, so a few kilos down. What about Sigit Vari?
Lightest in the weight
Yeah.
category. Well, no, she is the lightest.
Lapchina,
Second
but yeah,
lightest.
pretty light. Right, they're on their, well, they're not quite on their feet, but it's a big round of applause to welcome the two fighters into the new Palace Arena. Sigit Vari gets a polite round of applause, but the cheers are for Kibadze. Sigit Vari in the white judogi, Kibadze in blue, and almost like a bucking bronco, she just kicks at the tatami there. You saw that as well.
Yes,
didn't
I
you?
did. Here we go.
It's got that habit. We'll have to
Well,
look.
she's had a wonderful support here today, hasn't she? And she's really thrived on it.
We'll have to see if she does that in other contests. That's her
That
trademark, you know, a little wipe of the feet. Maybe a nervous thing. She looked as though she was going to go over on the right there for a second, Loretta, but she bailed out of it. And she does, but she doesn't get the feet moving.
No, she's not really, hasn't come in deep enough with that drop. It's more or less to the side of her opponent.
Hungarians haven't had a heavyweight woman for quite some time now. First time that I've seen them send a plus 78 kilo category fighter out. Oh, down onto her side. We've got a couple down at under 78 kilos, most notably Yo Abigail. She's not here.
Well, Sigit Vari ranked number 6, and European Championships took a bronze medal. (18 years of age), still a young junior with great potential. Continental bronze medal. In Junior European Championships, a 7th place in 2016, and Junior European bronze medalist. In the Cadet European Championships in the plus 70 kilos, where she took a bronze medal back in 2014.
Kibadze picked up the penalty there. A few boos from the crowd, you'd expect that. It's the home. Oh, she's put some pressure on the elbow. What's that about then? They've taken the penalty off.
And the smiles there in the crowd.
Sigit Vari was rubbing her elbow there.
Not sure what
I can see why.
Yes, the Waki Gatami.
Poor execution of technique. She's done it again.
She's done it again, and
She may have escaped it once, but
I don't think she's going to escape it this time.
yeah, that to me suggests that she's not quite the finished article here. She may be unaware of what she's done.
Possibly.
But that's down to Georgie, her coach. He's going to have to sort that out because, you know, once Tigitvari came up, we were wondering, what's that about? So we may have missed that little effort. We didn't miss that
Didn't
one.
miss the second one, so
Yeah.
she's actually cross-gripping, coming round the back, and then she's attacking forward and placing her weight on the back of the elbow there. So it's in the lock position, in the standing, in the tachiwaza, and then she's obviously following it through into niwaza,
Yeah.
which is illegal. And it's a hand sokumaki for that. Yes, well, a hand sokumaki for the Rakigatami. We did see it.
See, I'm not surprised that the crowd are booing.
They're not really sure what she's been
There's
disqualified for.
There's nothing up on the big screen, so they don't know. You know, they're wondering. They're all looking around, saying, what's going wrong?
Yeah.
Well, of course, because Tigitvari is holding on to her arm.
And I don't think she's putting that
No,
on,
it
to
was
be
twice.
honest. It's like she does look generally in pain. No, I don't think that's actually even a put on her. I think she felt it the first time, it aggravated the second time.
And now they've got the replay
look.
up on the big screen, yeah.
That was the first time. Oh, I don't know.
Well, she may be feeling it from the first time round.
Possibly. Because the second time doesn't look as severe. From
Well,
this angle,
yeah.
it does.
See,
But when you actually see it to the front,
I think, as far as I can remember, the rule is not you get hand sokomaki if you hurt your opponent.
no, that's
You
right.
get hand sokomaki if you attempt to throw your opponent
in the locked
whilst
arm position.
whether you hurt them or not. So that's why she got the hand sokomaki.
She did have the lock position, and she did
was attempt to
attack
throw.
and went down. Whether
Absolutely.
it was loose at the end, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She attempted and continued until she went to ground.
We come now to the second of the... No, this is the final. We're already at the final.
Yes.
Marina Slutskaya of Belarus is up against Maria Sue Ellen Alterman of Brazil. It's Slutskaya in the white judogi, Alterman in blue, and it's Turbat Enktsetseg of Mongolia to referee this one. Here's Loretta.
Well, we have Slutskia here in the white, seeded 18th in the world, and Althema from Brazil in 15th position. Slutskia third in the seeding in this tournament. 3 Grand Prix medals, one of those gold. 11 World Cup medals. Athema, 5th in the Olympic Games and world silver medalist. Well, Slutskia defeated Zebadze.
Yeah, and it's a pity that Kabadze couldn't give the home fans what they wanted was, you know, a medal from one of the Georgian women. That would have been terrific.
Yeah.
She just,
I think
you know,
this is
isn't the
where we've
finished
got-
article.
Exactly. This is where we've got the scene that she doesn't have that much experience, and I think that showed here in that bronze medal final.
Well, the Belarusian has just been given Wazari, so she leads over Alterman now.
Oh, and a lovely
Goes
drop,
again.
Sianagi there from Slutskia.
Alterman just manages to get
Got
the
a
hand
down.
again. More
But
money.
again, but again, that's dangerous. Dangerous for the athlete as
Yeah.
well.
Just needed
There
to
was
keep
a lot
hold
of
of that.
speed and a lot of weight on that. You could have seen a serious break. Kosota
Yeah. She was on her way down, but she still managed to bring
control her.
Alderman down onto her side. So that was why they gave that. I wasn't that sure in the beginning, but looked okay with the replay. Slutskaya with a really short cut side. Her hair cut really short on the sides.
That real sort of modern look.
Yeah, stylish, isn't it? Yeah.
Very stylish.
Little over 2 minutes to go. We know that Alderman is perfectly capable of throwing and throwing big, and she threw really well in the semi-final.
This is where you've got that left hand that comes, but she was too slow to react, but it was a very strong grip. Took far too long to think about it.
Slutskaya for me was pretty clever there. She was under some real pressure.
And
She dropped underneath for that. Just about moved Alderman. It wasn't. I mean, we both know that there was only one reason for her making that attack. She was coming under pressure, but as long as you move your opponent, you're going to get away with it. She did just enough to warrant that as being regarded as a good attack. If not good, a valid attack, I should say. Valid, because it wasn't a good one,
Yes.
but it was valid. There she goes again.
Again, she's just doing enough attacks to keep the pressure on Alderman.
Alderman's got to get out of there. She's got to be up on her feet now. Can't afford to let any time go to waste here. Slutskaya in the driving seat with Wazari on the board and a little over a minute left to go. Penalty free as well. And I don't want to harp on about tactics, but we know that it comes into it.
Yes.
And she is at the moment penalty free.
Well, Alderman really now, she's got just under the minute left in this contest to come back. A Wazari down. Like you said, that she's capable of throwing, but she really does need to get that grip sorted first. Each time she seems to be threatening, Slutskaya tactically drops underneath her and moves her opponent, so it's a valid attack, and that's a good attack because she then breaks the balance
And scores again.
And scores again.
But this is the best that I've seen Slutskaya ever, really. Come up with 2 scores, looked reasonably safe as far as her defence is concerned, never come under any real threat from Alderman. And, Maria Suellen Alderman is, one of the more successful heavyweights around at the moment.
Well, seconds to go now, and Slutskaya is just not even going to engage in this match.
No need, yeah.
And takes the gold medal. And looks absolutely delighted with that.
Well, she's not the only Belarusian to have medalled, because on the opening day, as far as I remember, in the under 52 kilo category, we had Daria Skrbnik. The Belarusian picked up a bronze medal. So I think they brought a team of 3, if I can remember rightly. 3 women they brought here. And 2 of them have ended up medaling. The only one to miss out was Daniela Kazanoy in the under 63 kilo category. There was one male competitor, and that was Alexander Vakaviak. He missed out entirely, I'm afraid. So, the gold medal going to Belarus. When was the last time you heard the Belarusian anthem then?
Do you know, it's been a long, long time. I can't even remember what it's like. It's that long.
Yeah. Maybe Alexander Tsiashenko, quite a while ago. That could be the last time that I heard it. Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 100 kilo category. The fighters are lined up and ready to receive their medals down at the far end of the competition hall, and the first to receive his medal is Yevgenis Borodavko of Latvia. Jan Schneiders, the International Judo Federation head refereeing director, presents the second of the medals to Rafael Buzzacarini of Brazil, and the silver medal goes to Martin Pacek, who didn't have the best of days as far as the presentation is concerned. He would have liked to have had a better look to his day, but there's a silver medal in the bag because he battled his way through. The gold medal went to Kazbek Zankishiev of Russia. And now the national anthem of Russia. Well, the four medalists line up for what is termed the family picture. I don't know how we ever came to use that term, but it's stuck now, and whether I like it or not is not important. Borodavko and Buzzacarini picked up bronze medals. Pacek was the silver medal winner, and Zankishiev took the gold. We come now to the first of the bronze medal matches in the plus 100 kilo category, and it's a straight head-to-head between the two Georgians. Guga Kibodzalidze of Georgia faces Levani Matiashvili of Georgia, and the referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Claude Jimbi of Gabon. There you go. Matiashvili's got to be the favourite for this one.
Definitely, he's got to be the favourite. He's world ranked number 21. He's been on the circuit quite some time now, picking up various medals along the way. One good thing about the Georgians, they do produce some strong heavyweights, don't they?
Plenty of them, yeah. I don't know Kibodzalidze, to be honest. I haven't seen him around on the circuit, and
well, the only thing I managed to get is 22 years of age, and obviously his favourite technique is the Marotti Sienagi and Marotti Gari.
Well, you won't be doing that today, will he?
Nope, don't think so. Maybe he put that profile in when
that was an old
junior.
one. This is what I like to do when I'm in my club.
This is my favourite technique, but I can't do it.
Maybe he's just having a laugh with us, you know.
I think so. It'd be something I would like to do. I'd say, oh, I'm wonderful at Uchimata. Why would you want to tell your opponents
This
your
is my
favourite
favourite technique. Yeah.
Just it's beyond me. So I don't believe any of them. You can see here White's high collar grip.
Yeah, it's a shame that some of the stars are up in the stands and not on the mat. But you know, we just spoke about the upcoming Senior European Championships in Warsaw in a couple of weeks, so they're getting ready for that, and possibly that last shot there of a rather suave-looking Beka Kviniashvili in the crowd. He's all tidied up and showered off. He's normally all bruised and battered and hot and sweaty, but he looked a bit not glamorous, but he had that film star look about him, didn't he? Both fighters have been penalised.
Very close here, isn't it? There's neither one of them want to just make that first commitment. It's a real battle for grips. Surprising that Matiashvili is making such hard work of this contest.
It certainly seems that way, doesn't it? You know,
he's normally a little bit faster on his feet. He's very light and he moves very well. And he's a real slow pace, and even when he's approaching his opponent, he's taking his time.
No choice for the referee there. Had to give both fighters a penalty.
Nippon Sienagi there from Matiashvili. First major attack really from either one of these athletes. Drops under his opponent but countered.
They've seen enough.
Well, one more Shido's result in hand Sokimaki, but which way is it going to go?
Kibodzalidze gets it, unfortunately for him. Matiashvili
takes the bronze medal.
Not surprisingly takes the bronze medal, but not by anywhere near the kind of performance that we would have wanted to see.
A really disappointing performance from him, really.
Guga Kibodzalidze, not that far out of the juniors. A couple of years ago, he was in the Junior World Championships, actually. So, but he couldn't make headway against Matiashvili. Right, let's hope we can get something out of the second of the bronze medal contest. It's Anton Brashev of Russia. He faces David Mura of Brazil. It's Brashev in the white judogi, Mura in blue. There's the tail of the tape, if you like.
Brashev, 26 years of age, Mura, 29. Both the same grades. The massive difference of Mura's wins, 69 to 11. And also the difference of ranking. Mura was the number one seed here in this plus 100s. Pan American champion, as you just see there in the picture as he approaches the mat.
Came unstuck against Adam Okrashvili, and if I remember rightly, it wasn't in the last second, was it? The David Mura? Yes, it was. He got held down, didn't he? He was leading.
He was winning
by Wazari.
Right up to the last minute or last second,
and lost it in the last second. Yeah.
It was one of those terrible mistakes.
The only dodgy contest that Okrashvili had today was the opening battle with Alexander Michalin. It was just one that you didn't want to see again. You didn't want to see at all, actually. You didn't want to see it the first time round. Far less again.
Lovely drop Sienagi there, nice and sharp.
He's got some movement for a big fella,
for
hasn't
a
he?
big man, he moves well.
It's his turn now. If he can hang on in there and secure the spotlight, that's another transition.
He was very agile, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He came in for the Sutemiwaza, swung that leg over, looking for the Niwaza. Good transition there.
Not bad. A few things
Very
look
fast
good.
as well. Like you say, for a big heavyweight, he moves very quick. Speed and sharpness of his attacks.
Brachev picked up a penalty there. He hasn't really got into this yet. The Russian, good grip with the left arm now.
Yes, throws
high.
the arm and it's nice and deep, drawing his opponent's head down, looking for that Osotogari.
Teddy Riner terrific at following up that little bit of pressure as they try to break away with the feet and then coming back again with something else. That really unsettles them, and David Mura missed out on that opportunity as Brachev was concentrating on the breaking up of the grip. That's when you want to try and hit them.
It's really important to have like good ashiwazas in your repertoire. They set up for the big attack, but also for the small little attacks to break the balance. And if you're competent with your ashiwazas, you become very dangerous as a judo player. And that little side skip there, the Uchimata.
Well, it's Brachev trying to avoid here. He picks up a penalty.
Picking up there now.
Gets one for passivity, and we were just saying he hasn't done anything. He's going to give this away. You know, minute 50 odd left to go, and he's on 2 penalties already. First time we've seen an attack, and that was below the belt there, theoretically, when he went for that grab.
Yes.
I'm just illustrating on my colleague there.
So just
my apologies for that. Grab Loretta below the waist. Sorry about that.
It's just made my day.
Just for technical reasons. Completely.
I didn't know you cared.
They're going to have a look at that, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he attempted the throw. It went below the waist. You know, technically
That's
speaking.
That's the danger when you do that type of technique, because you leave your hand free, and your natural reaction is to grab. Especially if you're smaller, you are grabbing below the belt.
Now it's only a Shido, but it happens to be the third Shido, so he's not getting Hansoku Make directly for grabbing below the belt. It's the third Shido, and that's what does it.
Yeah. Well, again, a little bit of a flat.
Untidy work from Brachev. 3 penalties in 2 minutes. Come on. You know, there's a medal at stake here. He's that little bit more tidy in his mat work. Mura won't be complaining though.
Well, this is what I'm really looking forward to. I'm hoping this will raise the roof off this stadium here tonight, because I think we need a little bit of excitement to finish off, don't we? Had a couple of matches that have been pretty flat, but that grab was just so blatant.
Oh dear. Mura is another Brazilian who gets a Christmas present early. Finalba got one yesterday.
It's going to be a real celebration on the way home for that team.
Russians are dishing them out. Right, we come to the final of the plus 100 kilo category. The crowd have remained in their seats to see Adam Okarashvili of Georgia face Stanislav Bondarenko of Ukraine. It's Okarashvili in the white judogi, Bondarenko in blue. Loretta.
Two very experienced fighters, but what's surprising, they've never met. On the circuit, they've never had a head-to-head. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform here today. Bondarenko, number 2 seed. Murotake Okada is the referee. No, Bondarenko. Bondarenko, bronze medal in Baku last year.
The RC Cola mascot came dancing on to the far end of the competition hall in celebration of Okrashvili's arrival on the tatami, and he's just been ushered out of the venue by the competition manager, Dr. Lisa Allen.
Yes, well, she tried to throw him out the stadium, but cracking it on Sianagi.
A little bit overexcited. It was all in good fun, wasn't it?
There was more life in him than there was in that last match.
Bondarenko just pushing down and blocking with that hand picks up that penalty. The grip isn't the problem, it's the blocking and the negative application of that grip. So he picked up the penalty.
Well, Bondarenko is now looking for something there in the Niwazo. I think if he'd watched a few of the matches earlier, he may not want to really mess down in the groundwork.
Well, he's agricultural, isn't he, Okrashvili, in his turnovers. Like baling hay, you know, just
yes, very powerful.
on over you go. Someone's going to send a message in saying that he is actually a farmer. So he's applying his day job here.
Well, Bondarenko there is looking a little bit unhappy with that left hand, as you can see from Okrashvili coming round the side, controls nicely, but and he tries to get out the back door with that, picking up his second Shido.
240. 240.
So still a long way to go, and you're 2 Shidos down. Not a good position to be in.
Okrashvili is far too clever to let this opportunity slip. And I'm talking about two things. One, he can continue to come up with his attacks, but if it's a stalemate, it's not going to hurt him, because he knows that Bondarenko will pick up a penalty as well.
Well, it's that strength. Oh, look how powerful he was. At one stage, it looked like he was going to be able to manage to get out of it, but the core just, that's it. Well, it has started to raise the roof here.
And at one stage, it looked like...
Oh, yes, it was like...
But he's tidied things up.
And he's to the delight of this crowd.
And Okrashvili doesn't even break a smile. Deadpan. That's what they came here for, that's what they waited for.
Exactly what they've been waiting for all day, is that final.
And Okrashvili managed to deliver. And Loretta was saying, let's end on a high note. It doesn't get any higher than that.
No.
Ippon in the final for Georgia on the final day. Adam Okrashvili.
Well, that definitely put a smile on everybody's face, and something to remember as they go home away from this tournament here this weekend. A little shake of the head. He's relieved it's over and done with.
Won every fight by Ippon today, even the one by default that Mikhailin gave him through the hand sokumake, but everything else was a genuine Ippon on his part.
Look at Ashvili. The strength was that left hand round the back. It was controlling all the time, the big threat. And when Bondarenko, Kosoto just lost control. Bondarenko made that mistake. Okrashvili just switched, pure upper body control, rotating his opponent flat onto his back.
Well, we come now to the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category. Neil Adams is making the
That's nice.
presenting the medals with a tie.
Which he hates to wear. He looks very smart, I think, with a tie on.
Zigetvari Mercedes receives her bronze medal, as does Svetlana Yaromka, the Ukrainian, and the Hungarian receive bronze medals. The silver medal goes to Maria Suellen Alferman of Brazil, but the gold medal goes to Marina Slutskaya of Belarus. And now the national anthem of Belarus. And the last time that we heard the Belarusian anthem was back in 2014 when Dmitry Shershan won the under 66 kilo category at the Grand Slam in Abu Dhabi. That's just off the top of my head. and if you believe that, you believe anything. That was courtesy of judobase.org. Thank you very much, because I wouldn't have remembered that at all. Zigetvari of Hungary, Yaromka of the Ukraine took the bronze medals. Alferman took the silver, but it was Marina Slutskaya who brought things up to date.
Very happy faces there.
By taking a gold medal for Belarus. We've got some highlights before we get back to you with the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. Stay with us, but in the meantime, I think Loretta's got some comments on this competition. Go ahead.
Well, overall, it's been a fantastic tournament. There's been some highs, there's been some disappointments, and there's been some lows for some of the competitors. But today, I think the highlights throughout all the weight categories has got to be that plus 100. Ukarashvili, I think it just put a cap at the end of this tournament, and memories, especially for the Georgians themselves, to go home very contented with the results they've got. But for me, the outstanding performance overall was the Brazilians. I feel that they performed in near enough every weight category that they participated in, and they were either very close to the medal or they actually medal. And I think, didn't they top the medal table? Just have a look at that.
Have a quick look and see where the medals went. Brazil
with the 3 golds, the 3 silvers, 4 bronze medals, and 1 7th place, and had a team of. Oh, let's go back and see how many they had a team of.
They came here with a total of 8 men and 7 women. So
and with
15.
the women, only 2 didn't place.
Yeah.
And with the men, only, again, 2 didn't place. So for a team, fantastic overall performance.
Brazil topped the medal table, as Loretta's just said, with 3 gold medals. Russia had 3, but they were 1 silver less. Georgia had 3 medals. They were a silver down on Russia and 2 down on Brazil. Ukraine picked up a gold medal, as did France, Uzbekistan, Austria and Belarus. Those were your gold medal winning countries.
And I think my overall favourite was Koyama.
Yeah, in the
Gold
under
medals,
48 kilo
place.
category. Yeah, there is there's a nice story around that, and there's such a possibility. It's like an oyster opening up. Let's see where that goes, you know. Is it going to be one that has the pearl in it? We don't know.
Well, she looks very special and seems to progress every time we see her. So look forward to seeing her again in the next tournament.
We're just about to begin the awarding ceremony for the men in the plus 100 kilo category. There are the 4 athletes. The first of the bronze medals goes to David Moura of Brazil. Alongside him, collecting his bronze medal, is Levani Matiashvili. The silver goes to Stanislav Bondarenko of Ukraine. The gold medal goes to Adam Okrashvili of Georgia. And there's still plenty of people in the crowd to cheer him on. Well, in a moment they'll be on their feet to stand for the national anthem of Georgia. There's just time enough for us to tell you that we're looking forward to your company again next week when we bring you more live judo from the International Judo Federation Judo World Tour. We're going to be in Antalya in Turkey for the Antalya Grand Prix. That starts on Friday the 7th of April. So 7th, 8th and 9th of April we'll be at the Grand Prix in Antalya. But from Loretta Cusack-Doyle and myself, it's bye-bye from Tbilisi.
And it's goodbye from me.
And now the national anthem of Georgia.
And now, this will be athletes in white for Uzbekistan, 2015 Paris National Gold Medalist. Obvious sportsmen, Petri Ivanovic, sportsman Uzbekistan, Ulrika Stefanovic, Paris National Champion, Shahzad Megisarko, and blue for Hungary, Luigi Ivanovic,
seen much of there, Gabor. Over goes right away.
There's 15 seconds in the contest when you couldn't start any better than that.
This is the second medal of Judo Grand-Prix in the Grand-Prix. Has got a lot of sportsmen. Белая медаль представляется. This are the medals. Champions medal. Second bronze medal contest in under 90 kg. Istnieje białoruskiej federacji Judo Grand-Prix Tbilisi przewodza Judo Grand-Prix kategorii. President of the referees from Serbia, Mr. Stilijaskiewicz. And now, is walking the athletes. All give us our sportsmen and technical ability. Sklejowane bardzo finansowe
pisać diamant.
can't get through, get the collar and start moving. Don't get a collar, work the hook. That's better. Snap it off. Or catch the collar if you want to. Catch the collar, go Korean. Let's go. Judo. Judo. Hey. 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 Judo. Judo. Hey.
Gold medalist in wine for Russia. This is the first gold medal for Stanislav Metinsky in a Grand Prix. Es ganador Stanislav Metinsky привели около световые ранги. Rivals this morning on the screen. Finalist highlight Tbilisi. The next contest is bronze medal contest for women under 78 kg. Изготовчик для джелоспектов специализации самостоятельного категории. Please welcome the referee is from Japan, Mr. Okada Kiyotaka. And now please welcome the athletes in white for Italy, 2014 Tbilisi Grand-Prix gold medalist, technical economy for Italia. And in blue for the Netherlands, bronze medalist at Budapest Grand Prix last year, Judo Grand-Prix Bologna, Ascolti Budapest Grand Prix Judo Grand-Prix, covering Stevenson.
veloci col tuo destro, andiamo, forza.
Niet erin meegaan, niet in dat trage meegaan.
Susi, ancora sopra tu e Ucigari sta bene, forza, ancora attacco, forza.
Kom maar. Blijf voor je recht. Voor het blok heen. Ja, ze willen het alleen maar afblokken en een beetje je voeten gebruiken. Je moet...
Sempre sopra, tu avanti. Forza, Ucigari va bene.
Hard erop, hard!
Bronze medalist in white from Italy, Samuel